Right now, live at 5, more than 400 Cleveland Cliffs employees will soon be laid off as the company announces it's idling North Shore Mining. Plus, Duluth school officials say they've wrapped up an investigation into a serious fight during a high school hockey game. And later,
a weekend sledding event bringing the whole community together.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. More than 400 Northlanders will be out of work this spring when Cleveland Cliffs idles its mine in Babbitt and pellet plant in Silver Bay.
Company leaders made that announcement during an earnings call today. CBS 3's Rob Coles has been following this story and how it will have a big impact on those communities.
Well, Kristen Briggs, Cleveland Cliffs CEO says they plan to cut back on production of iron ore pellets because they just don't need as much right now. That's based on expectations of how much steel they'll need to produce this year. The company's CEO, Lorenzo Gonzalez, added that this also reflects Cliffs' internal use of hot briquetted iron, or HBI production, and more use of scrap in their steelmaking operation. So the plan is to start idling the mine in Babbitt and the pellet plant in Silver Bay by May 1st. They expect it to last through the fall. In all, those two operations employ about 600 people. Company spokespeople expect about 410 of them will be without work during that period, and around 170 will be staying on to maintain the facilities. Babbitt's Mayor Andrea Zupancic says economic effects from this will be felt throughout the entire community, not just by those being laid off.
And so even in town, when they're on layoff, they're going to have less money to spend at the grocery store, to go traveling, go get gas, may or may not go on vacation, even the daycare provider. So everyone is going to feel that crunch.
Mayor Zupancic says many people travel long distances to work at the mine, so in addition to Babbitt and Silver Bay, it will also impact businesses in communities workers often go through on their commute, places like Two Harbors, Ely, and Virginia. And this isn't the first time either of these facilities have idled. Back when the pandemic first hit, North Shore Mining went offline for several months between spring and fall of 2020. A number of other Iron Range mines also idled during that time, citing a lower demand for their products amid global shutdowns. Now, you might also recall in October of last year, Cliffs announced it would be moving its DR-grade pellet production from North Shore Mining to the Minorca mine at Virginia. At that time, Cliffs CEO cited unreasonable royalties.
All right, thanks, Rob. And coming up at 6, we'll hear what leaders at Cleveland Cliffs have to say about the current financial status of the company.
Dave joins us now for a look at weather. Dave, those winds were really whipping out there this morning and into the afternoon, too.
Yeah, sure made snow blowing a pain in the neck, but of course, me and thousands of other Northlanders had to do it anyway. That's the way we roll around here. And some places are still getting a little snow tonight. We're not completely done with it, but we're all going to get a taste of the cold later on this evening. So we have alerts to talk about. Overnight tonight, northern Minnesota will be covered by wind chill advisories and straight up wind chill warnings, with the actual air temps going about 15 to 30 below and the feels like temperatures going towards 45 below. And that even spills into Douglas County in Wisconsin. Folks in northwestern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula still dealing with a winter weather advisory for the snow belt until midnight. Tonight, another 2 inches of snow could fall in that neck of the woods. And because of the snow that fell yesterday and continued for many towns today, road conditions aren't perfect. Iron Range up the North Shore from Silver Bay up Highway 61, less than perfect. Northern Wisconsin still dealing with the snow, still lots of slippery spots to watch out for there. But tomorrow, it should clear up and cool down. Twin Ports, for example, tonight, 20 below, 2 above for a high on Saturday. Will it moderate on Sunday, Annie? Well, there is a chance for Sunday night snow coming. Will that mellow out the temps? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast in a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Wolves returning to the endangered species list means big changes for Wisconsin's future hunts. The U.S. District Court ruled yesterday that gray wolves in most of the country will be protected again. The Wisconsin DNR says that means the state can't hold a harvest season. The DNR says the state's wolf population is healthy and secure, and they'll continue to keep tabs on it. The court's ruling also means permits allowing landowners to shoot a wolf that's causing them trouble are no longer valid.
Anti-vaccine truckers are now blocking 3 border crossings between the U.S. and Canada. Now, the Biden administration is putting new pressure on Canada to end those protests. Today marks the 5th day of the nation's most lucrative trade route remaining closed as Canadian protesters blockade the Ambassador Bridge. The bridge is located in Detroit and carries about 25% of all trade between the U.S. and Canada. As the economic fallout grows, pressure is mounting on Canadian leaders.
I have been on the horn with our Canadian ambassador, with the White House. I mean, I am imploring them to get this resolved.
One estimate put the lost wages just for Michigan residents at about $51 million. Today, a Canadian judge announced he will order protesters to stop the blockade, but it is not yet clear if or when law enforcement will begin removing the protesters.
A reminder that Duluth's indoor mask mandate ends in about 24 hours. Duluth's mayor made that announcement on Wednesday. She first put the 30-day requirement in place when she declared a local health emergency. But she plans to let it expire at 5 p.m. tomorrow as COVID cases have started to drop. Businesses can still create their own mandates if they want to.
Duluth school leaders say they have taken what they call appropriate action after an investigation into a serious fight during a high school hockey game.
CBS 3's Alexis Bass joins us in studio to explain what happened.
Well, Kristen Briggs, the fight happened late in the 3rd period during the East Denfeld boys varsity game Wednesday night. We want to warn you, some people might find this video disturbing. It was a chippy game, as you can see here. One of the East student athletes goes after a Denfeld player with a particularly nasty-looking series of hits to the head. The Denfeld player fell to the ice and didn't move for a bit. He was not taken to the hospital, but skipped his team's game the next night. The East player was ejected. In a statement this afternoon, Duluth Superintendent John Magus says the district investigated the incident and took appropriate action. They wouldn't comment on what those actions were based on student privacy guidance. He added good sportsmanship is an important value and that we all need to reflect on what happened and how we can improve. And according to the Minnesota State High School League, on the state level, penalties for fighting can include anything between a 1- and 3-game suspension. Duluth East's next varsity game is on Tuesday night against St. Cloud Tech. By the way, Wednesday marked the first time Duluth Denfeld beat East in boys hockey in 9 seasons. The final score was 6-2.
Thanks, Alexis. Meanwhile, residents have just one more business day to apply for the open seat on Duluth City Council. Applications are due to the city clerk by 4:30 Monday night. That's the same day Councilor Derek Medved plans to step down from his at-large seat. So far, 16 people have applied to replace him. Current city councilors will hold a first round of interviews on February 24th. Then they'll pick the top 3 candidates to interview again before they choose someone to appoint.
Still to come on Live at 5, it's Friday, which means it's just about time to pack up the sleds. We've got trail reports from across the Northland coming up in Trail by Trail.
Good health is key to a good life. In the Cloquet community, keeping you and your family healthy is the goal of the CMH Rader Family Clinic. From routine wellness checks for newborns to treating issues of the aging and everything in between, the CMH Rader Family Clinic provides health care for all, from pediatrics to geriatrics. It's all available right here in your community.
Get ready to lose. This Saturday night, one big show. The deck will explode with X-Fest. The most extreme night of X Games entertainment with motorcycle riders from 5 different countries doing big, sick tricks. Advance tickets at www.decc.org. More information and discount tickets at xfestlive.com. This Saturday night. Gates open 6 p.m. show at 7:30. X-Fest.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Life-saving money on things you like and want? It's time to shop Northwest Outlet. Save up to 40% on all Northwest Outlet's massive inventory, and that includes all Columbia and all the North Face with all the latest styles, colors, and sizes. Northwest Outlet is your winter headquarters for warm clothing in sizes up to 4X. We're not done yet. Up to 40% off hats, gloves, mitts, snowsuits, pants, jackets. It's all here in stock now at Northwest Outlet, the area's favorite clothing and sporting goods store. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look at Duluth's aerial lift bridge tonight. The sidewalk on the bay side of the bridge will be closed for maintenance starting next Monday, and it should reopen by Friday.
And Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to take a look around the region. From Winter, Wisconsin to Grand Rapids, Minnesota, we've got what you need to know before hitting the fresh snow as we take you around the Northland trail by trail. We start things off in Winter, Wisconsin tonight with a report from the Winter Husky Snowmobile Club. They groomed 90 miles of trails, including the Tuscobia State Trail from Coudray to the Price County line. They say their trails are in excellent condition, and they are out grooming in full force today after yesterday's 5 to 6 inches of fresh snow. Tomorrow they are hosting their 19th annual vintage ride starting at noon. This year's ride is in remembrance of Dave Keller. Next, we head to Grand Rapids with a report from the Itasca County Drift Skippers. President Rusty Eichhorn gave us a call this morning to say the trails are impeccable. The club grooms 72 miles from Grand Rapids to Hill City and all the way west to Reamer. He said the base is solid at about 18 plus inches. Tomorrow, the club will be hosting the Minnesota United Snowmobilers Association and Minnesota Snowmobile Education and Advancement Fund's 13th Annual Veterans Appreciation Snowmobile Ride. And we'll wrap up with a few reminders tonight from the Minnesota and Wisconsin DNR. Minnesota is home to more than 22,000 miles of snowmobile trails, many of which run through private property. Trespassing has been an issue across the state, and they want to remind riders they will face a ticket and fine for going where there is no approved trail. And in Wisconsin, the DNR updated a few snowmobile laws in December, including a newly set noise limit, night driving rules, and more. We will have links to more on Minnesota and Wisconsin's laws, as well as the websites for today's featured clubs on our website. If you or someone you know is part of a local snowmobile alliance, send us your trail report, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland trail by trail.
Still to come on Live at 5, yesterday's snow was perfect for one Iron Range get-together. We slide on over to Chisholm coming up in just a few minutes.
Looks can sure be deceiving. You take a look at the almanac, high temp 29, boy, that's warmer than normal. That was really early, just after midnight or so. And temperatures have been falling ever since. We got the snow yesterday. Some snow could still fall for some towns tonight, but the cold is coming for all of us by tomorrow morning. We'll talk about where the thermometer will bottom out right after our break.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Hi, John from Prime Appliance. It's inventory clearance time, and every appliance has been marked down. And now's a great time to buy because prices are going up everywhere you look. Get these GE gas or electric double oven ranges now while the prices are still low, starting at $12.99 in electric and $14.99 in gas. Or get this counter depth Frigidaire quad door refrigerator at the low price of just $12.98. Financing always available. Set up delivery or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
I protect this house every time I step on the ice. J3 Insurance protects my house, my family, and everything important to me 24/7. Visit or call J3 Insurance today and protect what matters to you.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
When it comes to sports, there's one guy who's dunking on the competition. For all your local sports, Duncan Goldberg. Evenings on Live Local CBS 3.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's take a look at some snow totals from last night through today. These numbers came in earlier this morning, about 7 o'clock, to the National Weather Service. So some of them may have changed. Others could have stayed static. So the static ones likely would be Minnesota, where snow has ended for the most part, but Wisconsin, Michigan still continues. Anyway, what we have at this stage of the game is 7 inches for Lutsen, 6.3 Grand Marais, 5 inches in Taconite, 4.1 for Coleraine. Kenwood neighborhood in Duluth reported 3 inches. Superior, at least the southern part, reported 2, as well as Hurley and Redcliffe. And again, those Wisconsin numbers likely will go up because there's a chance for another 2 as we get towards midnight tonight. But then there's a chance for cold for everybody as Arctic air comes in behind the low pressure system, and we're going to be pretty chilly. Current temp at Duluth International, only 4 above. North wind 17 miles per hour is helping trigger wind chill alerts for Minnesota and Douglas County in Wisconsin. So actual air temps could drop towards 30 below tonight in Minnesota. Feels like temperatures 45 below. It's going to be pretty chilly. It's already facing a wind chill factor here of 16 below up at Duluth International. So bundle up if you have to be out and about. Current temps running 0 from Ely towards Orr. 1 above International Falls, 2 above for Hibbing. 10 in Moose Lake. Wow, that's a hot spot for the time being. We're looking at upper single digits in northern Wisconsin and 8 to 9 degrees in the upper peninsula. Again, 10 to 15 below is what we're facing and expecting here for Wisconsin and Michigan. 15 to 30 below for Minnesota. Then throw the wind chill on top of that, and we have a pretty cool weekend coming our way because this Arctic high pressure system is going to make it cold for everybody and keep it cold probably through Sunday. Low pressure system off towards the west. That's the one coming in for later on Sunday. This is the one that's departing now that brought the snow earlier in the day for many communities. And it's still threatening to bring some snow showers for folks on the south shore. We've seen it wrap up over towards Douglas County for the most part, but not the all part. And this could shift over towards the snow belt then. And that's why they're looking at a winter weather advisory till midnight tonight. Then our high pressure for the weekend keeps us on the cold side indeed, but there's another low coming out of Canada that could be with us for Sunday night into Monday morning, and that go-around could deliver us another 1 to 3 inches of snow to deal with by Monday morning's commute. 1, for example, around International Falls, 3 possible towards Ironwood. Now, let's eye up the forecast for the next 7 days. There's tonight in Minnesota, 15 to 30 below for the actual air temps. Cold, yep. And the North Shore could actually manage a little bit of the snow as well, just like the South Shore. But the South Shore has the better chance. Air temps there, 10 to 15 below. Another 2 inches possible by midnight. Then high pressure brings us a mostly sunny sky for Wisconsin and Michigan on Saturday with highs from 3 to 6 above. Minnesota numbers will go from 1 below in International Falls to 5 above down towards Moose Lake. Mostly sunny sky should be pretty if nothing else. And it should be pretty most of the day on Sunday. Another 20 below morning. Only 0 though on Monday. If we get that snow to pay off Sunday night, that brings in some warmer air that sticks with us for a little while. We could go back into the 20s perhaps by Tuesday and Wednesday. So 20, 30 below won't last forever. 20, 30 above could come back hard on its heels.
Maybe hold off on those weekend outdoor plans. Push them a little bit into the week if you can.
Yeah, it could be a good weekend to sit on the couch, look out the picture window at the sunshine, and watch CBS 3 TV.
That's true. Or go sledding, which we're going to get to
Bundle
now.
up pretty well, though, when you do that.
Lots of padding.
We sure will.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, just after that fresh snowfall, there's nothing better than grabbing a sled and heading to the nearest hill.
This weekend, one Iron Range city, one that Kristen is very familiar with, is putting a fun and unique spin on the wintertime favorite.
CBS 3's Quinn Gorham took his sled up to Chisholm today to see what this year's Sled the City event has to offer.
If you ever wanted to sled down a major road on a wintry day, this weekend Sled the City is the event for you. Locals say it's a great time for the whole family and a way to bring locals from all over right here to downtown Chisholm.
The event is in its third year and offers a variety of winter-themed activities. Books, cookies, and hot chocolate are all available, along with a massive snow hill open all day for sledding. Travis Vaki, a city councilor who helped kickstart the event in 2018, says Sled the City brings a lot of business to the shops and restaurants downtown. According to Vaki, it's an opportunity for people across the range to come together and enjoy all Chisholm has to offer.
It helps us, it helps out our local restaurants, our economy, and it gets people in Chisholm to see just how much fun we have here.
Sled the City is part of Chisholm's Polar Bear Days, a collection of fun family events. It runs through February 26th.
The event takes place all day Saturday, so just make sure you bring your sled and have a good time.
Oh, that looks like a really good time. By the way, Quinn is from California, so that just makes this whole thing even better. Chisholm's Polar Bear Days feature a whole collection of fun outdoor events like Sled the City, and you can find a list on our website.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that was maybe Quinn's first time on a sled.
We need to ask him that. He did well. It looked fun.
He did. Too natural. Well, now it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from the Humane Society of Douglas County in Superior.
This is Rascal. He is a 4-month-old Labrador Husky mix looking for a fun, loving home. Our friends at the shelter tell us he is a loving pal who is up for pretty much any adventure, even sledding maybe. They even think he would make a great Boy Scout. He is full of love and ready to find the perfect family.
He does look like a Boy Scout in that bandana. He could pull in the sled because he's got the husky in him, so a little sled dog sort of thing.
Look at that face.
I don't
Again with the ears.
Yeah.
These dogs and their cute ears.
I've never seen a combination like that before. He's so cute.
He is cute. Well, if you also think he's cute and you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Rascal, you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, Minnesota lawmakers are proposing a large bill to encourage more people to consider careers in law enforcement. We hear from lawmakers after the break.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
At Humana, we believe your health care should evolve with you. And part of that evolution means choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you are covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits, but you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums and still not get prescription drug coverage. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for as low as a $0 monthly plan premium in many areas. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals and telehealth coverage with a $0 copay. So call or go online today and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan could save you money. Humana, a more human way to health care.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
The Duluth Sports Show returns February 17th through 20th.
Experience the wild world of animals where you can meet over 15 exotic creatures, including an 18-foot python.
Hear about life on the road in a travel trailer or learn from hunting expert Tim Andrus.
Kids of all ages can fish the trout pond, attend fishing clinics and educational seminars, or have fun in the Pheasant Forever Youth Village.
4 action-packed days, February 17th through the 20th at the Deck in Duluth.
$5 event parking. Details at DuluthSportsShow.com.
For me, it's about letting them see one another. Just because they disagree with you on one issue doesn't take that humanity away.
No teacher has ever won an award that their students didn't earn.
I love giving back with my job because I was a product of special ed, and I feel so great to give back to the students because of my story.
Just follow me. I'll lead the way.
There's always something new under the sun.
Oh, you just put me in a good mood.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Minnesota lawmakers are proposing a $1 million marketing campaign to encourage more people to consider careers in law enforcement.
That bill has now made it to the state Senate's floor. Tonight, we're hearing from both sides about how this could impact policing across the state.
A proposed marketing campaign for police will come to the Senate floor. The goal will be to encourage more Minnesotans to join law enforcement. But not everyone is pleased.
This is the height of insensitivity. The last week, like 8 days ago, Locke was killed by a Minneapolis police officer.
DFL Senator John Marty from Roseville strongly opposes this bill. In the wake of Amir Locke's death from a no-knock warrant, he views the bill as poorly timed and out of touch.
As one who thinks there's a very important role for police, I think it's very disrespectful to try and do that with public money.
Arguing that this funding can instead go towards promoting more diversity in law enforcement.
It's a huge challenge throughout the state, and that is getting officers who reflect the diversity of the community.
But like everything else, law enforcement is having issues with staffing, which is why this campaign is drawing support from Senate Republicans.
Police recruitment is way down. Retirements are way up.
And State Senator Carla Nelson worries that declining numbers in police departments could lead to more issues.
We are at great risk if we do not have safety in our neighborhoods. We can no longer continue with this really unsafe neighborhoods.
But how would this program look if implemented? For now, it's not that clear.
The legislation does not specify that. It would go to, I believe it's the Public Safety Commissioner.
The $1 million put into the program would be funded by taxpayers.
Nelson says this is the first of several public safety-oriented bills to be introduced this legislative session. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Visit essentiahealth.org/myheart to take our free online heart health risk assessment.
You might be rooting for different teams, but there's one thing you all cheer for. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza. Loaded with over half a pound of real Wisconsin cheese and piled high with your favorite premium toppings. It's so good, you won't even notice that interception. Stock up before the big game. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas are only $4.99 each, now at Menards. Available for a limited time only. Hurry in while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you experience neck pain or suffer from chronic headaches? Northland Anesthesia Associates offers pain injections for these trouble areas. NAA provides a customized treatment plan to achieve the best outcome and highest patient satisfaction. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News. Live at 5, here is a beautiful live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we heard from the mayor of Babbitt after Cleveland Cliffs announced they would be idling their mine. She is concerned about the impact the layoffs will have on not just her community, but those across the Arrowhead as many workers travel to the mines. Cliffs said they will also be idling the pellet plant in Silver Bay. And tonight at 6, we hear from the company on what these moves mean for their financial future.
Also at 6, as the Winter Olympics carry on in Beijing, our local snow hills are weighing in on the impact that man-made snow may be having on the world's best athletes, how it creates different conditions tonight.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.